Ya Ali Madad. Importance of Giryah-u Zari in the Ismaili Tariqah. Rashida Hunzai, July 2nd, 2014. We have learned that in our faith, we have recourse to 3 books. The book of creation, the revealed book, that is the Holy Quran, and our own existence or personal book. Taking each of these 3 books, we will examine the importance of Giryah-u Zari. The book of creation. God's creation is full of amazing lessons for the human intellect. All of us, at some time or the other, have seen on our television screens the stark pictures of places in Africa where the rain has not fallen for many years or seasons. The ground becomes so parched and cracked that no vegetation can survive, and we see the devastating effects on the livestock and human beings whose skeletal bodies stare desperately from the pictures at us. The clear lesson from nature is that where there is no rain, there can be no growth or greenery. This scenario is aptly described in the Holy Quran in Surah Hajj as, and I quote, "And you see the earth, sterile land, but when we send down on it the water, it stirs and swells and brings forth of every kind of beautiful herbage." Unquote. Many of us live in urban areas in towns and cities. We will all have experienced how, when there's a good shower of rain, the air becomes purified from dust and urban fumes, and everything feels lighter and fresher. Thus, the 2 distinct messages we receive from the book of creation are that rainfall and showers not only cleanse the atmosphere, but they're also the source of the growth and greenery of vegetation, which is so soothing for the eyesight. In our personal worlds, this represents that supplicating with tears, first of all, cleanses our souls of the accumulated dirt of disobedience, and further, if this practice is continued, leads to spiritual progress. The revealed book, Holy Quran. The Holy Quran, which is the final revelation of God to humankind, and thus encompasses the previous heavenly books, is crystal clear about the importance of Giryah-u Zari. In Surah Bani Israel, God says, and I quote, "Say, O Muhammad, believe in it or do not believe. Verily, when it is recited to those who have already been given the knowledge before it, they fall down on their faces in prostration, and they say, Glory be to our Lord. Verily, the promise of our Lord was ever to have been fulfilled. They fall down on their faces, weeping, and it increases their humility." Unquote. These verses are specifically about the prophets, who are the chosen of God, and who are the perfect men. They are role models for the rest of the human beings. We see in the story of many prophets that Giryah-u Zari was part of their lives. For instance, Hazrat Dawood alayhi salam is famous for his supplications and Giryah-u Zari, to the extent that whatever he uttered in this state of merging fana is considered to be divine speech, which is why the Zabur or the Psalms is considered one of the 4 heavenly books. In other words, effective Giryah-u Zari results in luminous divine help, ta'yid, in whatever task that is to be done. The story of Hazrat Yahya, which is mentioned by Hazrat Maulana Mustansir Billah II in Pir Pandiyadi Jawan Mardi, has the explicit message that if one desires to attend the Didar of Khudawand, one should never stop crying and supplicating. Pir Pandiyadi Jawan Mardi has the status of a pir or hujjat. It is a compilation of the firmans of Imam of that time. For it to carry this story and its message is a clear indication to the moments that they too should adopt the habit of doing Giryah-u Zari regularly. Maulana Ali alayhi salam used to do katratul buka, that is, supplicate with tears, because the Prophet in his testament to him had said, "O Ali, weep excessively in the fear of God. For every tear, 1,000 mansions will be built for you in paradise." Book of Human Existence. Shedding tears is a common human experience. We cry when we are extremely happy, and we cry when we are very sad. For example, when a dear one passes away or we suffer some unbearable loss. Our esoteric faith teaches that we should not cry for material or worldly loss. Hazrati Maulana Sultan Muhammad Shah alayhi salam says in his Usuli Deen Farman of 1899 in Dar es Salaam, and I quote, "Like a child separated from the mother, one must cry for reunion with God," unquote. Why did he use this example of a mother and a lost child? We have all witnessed in our own families how, as long as the baby is happy, the mother busies herself in her other tasks. But the minute the infant starts to cry, she drops whatever she's doing and turns her full attention to her child. There are many lessons in this example of the mother and child. The child relies completely and utterly on the mother for all its needs. Crying on its part brings the full attention and care of the merciful mother. We too should rely totally on Khudawand for all our needs, and Giryah-u Zari is the sure means of getting his complete attention. At this point, a verse from a Ginan by Pir Sadruddin is very appropriate. He says,
Tu jabi na koi awar na dise sami amane chetama ro adharaji tu javina ame ekala sami sami tame tha jo rakhwar ji.
Mawla, we are totally reliant on you. No other can help us. Without you, we are alone, so be our protector. More than 500 years since Pir Sadruddin wrote these moving words, they have the power to touch the hearts of moments, as do the words of Baba Sayyidina Hassan bin Sabah when he utters, "Zehar kam taram, garbe tu basham, zegardun bartaram, garba tu basham." Without you, I'm less than nothing, but when I am with you, I am higher than the sky. May Khudawand bless us all with the inspiration to do more and more Giryah-u Zari, and to cleanse and polish the mirror of our hearts, so that we can all be blessed with His Nurani Didar. Ameen Ya Rabbal Alameen. Rashida Hunzai, July 2nd, 2014.